everyone, and welcome to all you need to know about Train Sim World 3, which I'm very excited to now for everyone to know about Train Sim World 3. As I must admit, I may have known about it beforehand. But yeah, very excited to, well, for everyone now, and obviously I want everyone to know, well, and obviously Dovetail want everyone to know what Train Sim World 3 is about. So, I thought I'd put together this video with pretty much everything you need to know about this new upcoming Train Sim World. So, first off, I know a lot of people on probably some of the older consoles will be wondering, oh no, is it going to be on our console? It's on Steam and Epic, so they're both PC, PlayStation 4, last gen, PS5 next gen, Xbox One last gen, Xbox Series S and X, obviously being next gen consoles. It's going to be releasing September the 6th, 2022, although that is for the standard edition. The deluxe edition will be releasing on September the 2nd, 2022, so that is a Saturday, although we'll get into that in a second. So, versions of the game. So, Train Sim World 3 Standard Edition, you'll be getting the Cajon Pass, Kessel to Wurzburg, and Southeastern High Speed. In the Train Sim World 3 Deluxe Edition, you'll be getting Cajon Pass, Kessel Wurzburg, Southeastern High Speed, and as a bonus, Spirit of Steam, so Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe, the first steamer route in the game. And as another bonus, you'll be getting 4-day early access. So if you're getting the deluxe edition, which I guess will most likely be priced more, you'll be getting it on Saturday the 2nd of September, whereas on standard you'll be getting it on Tuesday the 6th of September, which I think that is probably about the time when schools start to go back. So I can say quite a lot of people will probably go for the deluxe edition so they can play it before going back to school. And then Train Sim World 3 country specific version. So there's a US version, a German version, and a UK version. Now I was slightly confused about these ones at first because I thought this would be the standard edition plus another UK route or a German US route, but no. If you get the Train Sim World 3 country specific, I guess it will be a lot cheaper, and you'll be getting the training centre. And well, so for the UK version, you'll get the training centre as well as Southeastern High Speed, so that's all you get. And then for the German version, you'll get the training centre and Kessel Wurzburg, and then US version, you'll get the training centre plus Cajon Pass, so you'll get one route. So I suppose if you don't really want Southeastern High Speed or Cajon Pass, get the German version. And yeah, a lot of people have been worrying about DLC. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of us do remember Train Sim World 2020 to Train Sim World 2. It was quite a stressful time. It was a bit messy. It just, yeah. It took a little while for everything to come over, and obviously one of the routes never did come over. Northeast Corridor, New York, rest in peace. So your entire DLC collection comes with you, so you can drive Train Sim World 2 routes and locos in Train Sim World 3, and I believe from one of our meetings, this should be from launch day, so there's no waiting like 4 months for East Coastway or something whatnot to come over. It will all be there when you first get the game. And there's also unlocked purchases, so local add-ons can be purchased independently of their route. So a good example of that would be, you don't need to own East Coastway to get the class 313, because on Train Sim World 2, Train Sim World 2020, you had to own the route to then get the train add-on, whereas now, you don't need to get East Coastway. I don't know why you wouldn't get East Coastway, but yeah, you don't need to get East Coastway. You can get the class 313, and then I would imagine you get the Brighton services or the Brighton mainline services without even having East Coastway. So, you'll be able to buy the 313 and use it in Livery Designer, Scenario Planner, Creators Club stuff without even owning East Coastway. So, like with the DBBR 101, you don't need to have Strecker Ryan Road to get it anymore. You can just get the 101 and run it on other routes. A little bit of information about the routes. So these are the sort of standard edition ones. So Schnellfahrstrecke Kessel to Wurzburg, it's 186 kilometres, so 116 miles. Let's say it again, 116 miles. And again, 116 miles. 116. You are hearing that correctly. A high-speed route from Kessel to Wurzburg, and you'll be getting the DBBR 401 in Ice 1 in DB Ice livery. So if you don't know what the ICE one is, it's the one in the trailer. You'll probably see something on screen now which has the Ice one, so you'll be getting that. Also the DBBR 403, the Ice 3. So it seems we are going to be getting the regional version of the Ice 3. I originally thought it might be the international version, as I didn't see the green stripe. Yeah, it looks like we're getting the ICE 1 and the ICE 3. So not the Ice 3M, like in Schnell Fast Tracker Colin Arkin, the 403 ICE 3. You'll also be getting the DBBR 185.2 in DB Red livery for the freight services. Now, we have actually seen this before. We've seen that on, I think, Russilk Nord and Main Spessartbahn. So that's going to be coming back. So I suppose the new thing there would be the 401, the ICE 1, which I think is probably going to be the star of the show. Apologies for the pronunciations of this, but you'll be getting the Kajuls, the Habins, the Lares, and the SGG MRSS wagons, and also DBBR 146.2 Dostos and the DBBR 442, although they will be AI only. So you'll probably see them around the sort of Wurzburg, Kessel areas, just running about as AI. So the trains you'll be able to drive are the DBBR 185.2, the Ice 3, and the Ice 1. Oh, no, I'm going to say it again, the 116-mile high-speed route from Kessel to Wurzburg. And then you get the Cajon Pass, so Barstow to San Bernardino. So that's around sort of LA area. So an 85-mile long US route. Good luck to anyone running on it from Barstow, California to San Bernardino, Bernardino, California. You'll be getting the ES44C4 in BNSF livery and the SD40-2 in BNSF livery. So the new train there being the ES44C4, as we have seen the SD40-2 before. But yeah, very happy to see BNSF or Burlington North Santa Fe in the game, as they were quite funny on Train Sim Classic. They didn't like showing BNSF outside of the US, so if you ever brought a BNSF route outside of the US, it would be unbranded. So only if you're in the US you'd actually see the BNSF livery on the trains. But now it's everywhere, so brilliant. Thank you, BNSF. It's awesome. And with you, you'll be getting the Auto Rack, Tank Car, Box Car, Maxi Stack 4, and Bulkhead Flat Car Rolling Stock. That's what you'll be getting for all of the rolling stocks. Yeah, ES44C4 and SD40-2, 85 miles from Barstow to San Bernardino. There we go. And then for Southeastern High Speed, which I do think will be slightly mixed in the community, the opinions of it, as it's not a completely new route in the game, whereas obviously German, US, completely new route. But yeah, 89 miles, 90 miles, let's round it up, 143 kilometre route from London St Pancras to Ashford International and Faversham, and it also now goes to Dartford. So Dartford is past Gravesend, so where you have to give up the 375 services at the moment, you'll be able to drive on, I think, Northfleet, Swanscombe, that sort of area up that way. So it's an extra 15 minutes journey time. So if you're doing one of those services from Gravesend to Faversham, it will now be about an hour from Dartford over to Faversham. And with that, you'll be getting the class 395 in Southeastern High Speed 10th Anniversary and Trainbow liveries. The class 375-9 Electrostar in Southeastern Dark Blue, the class 465-9 in Southeastern Blue Stripe livery, and the class 66 diesel locomotive in EWS livery with the MFA and JNA wagons. Now, the big difference there would probably be, you're probably wondering, the 465 and the 66, yes, they're now included with the Southeastern High Speed base route, so on that you're going to be getting 4 trains, whereas before you used to just get 2. So yeah, all of them are now included with Southeastern High Speed. which is pretty good because, yeah, the 465 used to be DLC for South Eastern High Speed, so an extra 11 quid. Then the Class 66, I believe, came over from East Coastway, so you had to an East Coastway to get the 66. But yeah, they're now just all included with the route. So you've got an extra 40 miles to play with. I think, yeah, 37 or so down to Ashford, and then the other sort of 5 or so over to Dartford. And then we go on to what new features will Train Sim World 3 have. So dynamic weather changes conditions as you drive. So yeah, dynamic weather. So you might start the journey, it will be sunny, and then as you go along, it might be raining. It might then turn into a thunderstorm. It might then clear up and be all nice. There will be new visual effects for snow, lightning, and volumetric clouds and rain. Which I'm going to quickly flick it over to my other bit of information, which sort of goes for it slightly easier. So yeah, volumetric skies, brand new lighting system, kick-up effects. That will be, if it was raining and you're speeding along, you'll see the rain and sort of splash kicking up behind you. A bit like if you've, I'm sure everyone here has been in a car on a rainy day where sort of all the mist from the sort of wheels comes up at you. Sparks from wheels. Which I did think was actually in Train Sim World 2 before, but maybe just on the PC version. Also flashes from catenary. So a bit like Rivet Games has done with their sparks on the Class 484 on their new Island Line DLC. It will be like that, but for the overhead wires and I guess third rail as well. So that will now be just, well, a thing. And also raindrops impact on the ground. So at the moment it rains and it pretty much it disappears when it gets to the ground. Nothing really happens, but now a bit more realistic. The rain will hit the ground. You hear the little sort of plop as it hits the ground, and it will splash everywhere. Realistically, there's also new snow and rain weather effects, and lightning and snow build-up. So, lightning, that's going to be very cool. Rain weather effects, that's going to be very cool, and new snow. So that would be where. Well, at the moment, there's a good example. When the route goes below 0 degrees and you've got it set for rain, it will then change to snow. And now you actually see it building up. Because at the moment, when it builds up, it looks a bit weird. It does it in different places first. It doesn't really look realistic and looks a bit funny. But now it will be realistic. So you'll see it will start snowing and it will slowly build up. So if you're doing a service for, a few hours or so backwards and forth, you will notice that difference. Realistic window visibility, dynamic reduced adhesion, wind effects that impact drag. So, for example, if you're on southeastern high speed and the wind was going in a southeast direction and you were going up towards St Pancras, you're going to feel that drag and you're going to feel it's going to take a lot longer to speed up. And there's also new environment ambient sounds. So a bit like if you've heard from the Countdown live stream, the nice new sound, birds twitting, the trees and the wind going through, rustling, sort of stuff like that. Also upgraded passenger NPC, so a bit like what we saw with Rush Hour, but just improved. So NPCs will now wear clothing that suits the current weather. So if it's raining, they'll wear coats. They'll have also umbrellas, which also hopefully, because I don't think with Rush Hour that quite materialised, because I thought we were going to have people with luggage at Gatwick and stuff. So yeah, they're now going to have accessories like umbrellas. So maybe that means in future we'll see people with suitcases and stuff at Gatwick Airport. NPCs' behaviour changes with the weather. So I'm guessing that would mean that when it's raining, all the NPCs will sort of huddle together under the station canopy. Whereas if it's summer, really hot, they're probably all going to be sort of all over the place in the shade, outside, not under the canopy. Also varying seasonal service patterns. So that's quite an interesting one. Service patterns for different seasons. So does that mean in winter it's going to be slightly delayed, maybe some of the services or something like that? Well, that would be cool. There's also a new training centre. So think of it as Train Sim Academy. If you've played Train Sim Classic, you get sort of a fictional layout and you get to learn how to drive trains on it. That's practically what the training centre is. It's a place. I think it actually is based on the Siemens test track in Germany. So you get to learn how to drive trains there. Instead of going onto the route and then somehow screwing something up, going through a red light or something. It's all in one closed space, nice and safe, and you can learn how to drive trains there. There's also beginner guides for new players, and also advanced guides for veterans. So I'm guessing that would be something like a PZB tutorial, LZB, something along those lines. One place to learn everything and drive. And also there is an accompanying YouTube channel. So that will probably be set to the Railfan TV or Train Simulator channel, which you can now access directly from the Train Sim World 3 menu, which is quite nice, as some people didn't ever hear of the Railfan TV streams, so now it'll be much easier for everybody to know about them and go into them. Mastery 2.0 and Creators Club. So there is now a new approach to tiers and challenges. Players gain ranks for each loco and a badge of honour for mastering rewards, more challenges and rewards. So yeah, improved mastery, which, you know me, I don't really tend to do mastery. I just like, same with scenarios and journey mode, I just like hopping straight into doing service mode and driving trains I want in wherever I want. But yeah, if you're into mastery, there is now Mastery 2.0. And then Creators Club is leaving beta. There's new tools also coming post-launch, as Creators Club's been out since February and it's been in beta. Well, it's coming out of beta now. So yeah, a little recap. Standard edition, 6th of September, so that is a Tuesday. Deluxe edition will be on the 2nd of September. And a couple of other little things. Journey mode has been improved to give players a more meaningful experience. And yeah, seasonal timetables will vary the volume and timing of services based on the seasons. And then yeah, what other features are available in Train Sim World 3? So, Scenario Planner, create custom scenarios, mix and match locos and routes with off-the-rails mode, well, we already saw that. Livery Editor, paint your locos with a wide range of shapes and decals. Creators Club, upload and share your creations across all platforms. I'm guessing that it will be improved in ways. Dovetail Live, and also detailed physics simulation. That's to send about when will Train Sim World 2 launch. When will early access start for players who have pre-ordered? Early access will begin at least 96 hours before launch on your chosen platform. However, it is likely that consoles will receive access before PC platforms as normal for new releases. And the reason for that is Valve, Steam, that is in California, so they have to actually press the button manually for the game to go live. Obviously, as that's like 7 hours behind the UK. Yeah, it usually ends up being slightly later. Spirit of Steam starter pack. You'll be getting it's $29.99, $35.99, and $39.99. And there's also a choose your bundle. Which Train Sim World 3 should I buy? I'll try and put that on the screen now, just to sort of see what you want to get. And what's this? Players who already own Southeastern High Speed or Spirit of Steam in Train Sim World 2 will receive the updated versions of these routes for free upon purchasing any copy of Train Sim World 3 on the same platform and accounts. That's quite good. And players will not be refunded or compensated if they already own an add-on that is included in a Train Sim World 3 bundle. And yeah, that's why they said you should choose it slightly carefully. What benefits will I get if I pre-order Train Sim World 3 Standard or Deluxe Edition? So you'll be getting early access to the game 4 days before launch, and it's an exclusive set of decals for use within Creators Club, and a 10% pre-order discount only with the Deluxe Edition. And decals for Xbox platforms may not be available at launch, and there we go. And it's just saying what is new in Southeastern High Speed. So yeah, new lighting and dynamic weather effects. The route now covers 89 miles. Ebbsfleet Station can now be fully explored by taking the walkway across platforms. Catenary and overhead lines have been overhauled to represent the route more accurately. Enhanced signalling and safety systems is now working TPWS, so you've got to be careful coming up to red lights and stuff. 5 new scenarios, bringing the total to 21 scenarios. And the Class 465 is now included as standard, and there's also a Joe Burgess timetable, which means it's going to be awesome. It will be on Steam, PlayStation 4, 5, Epic, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and also Xbox Game Pass. So the standard edition will be on the Game Pass. Will Train Sim World 3 be supported on Xbox One and PlayStation 4? So the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will continue to be supported, but there may be it may be slightly less, but it might be more performance issues on those consoles, but nothing too much. and what are the advantages of playing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So you'll get a wider range of AI traffic, faster load times and higher fidelity graphics equivalent to PC high settings at 4K resolution with improved performance over 8th gen. There's also a little bit of information about the PC requirements for Train Sim World 3, which I'll let you guys have a look at that. Will Train Sim World 2 continue to be supported? No, it won't be compatible with any new add-ons. Will it be installed the same time as previous Train Sim World games? Yes. So if you've got Train Sim World 2, Train Sim World 2020 installed, you can install Train Sim World 3 fine. And that is about it. Yeah, Train Sim World 2 will be leaving Xbox Game Pass on the 15th of August. And Train Sim World 3 will be coming to the Xbox Game Pass at launch. Will your Train Sim World 2 gameplay progress carry over? Data uploaded to your Dovetail Live account will transfer between games. In-game progress related to your game driver. Game profile is under investigation. How will dynamic weather... There's quite a lot of stuff here. How will dynamic weather affect gameplay? The weather conditions can change dynamically as you drive. No matter whether you're in service or scenario, you can experience worsening or improving weather conditions. And will there be a manual for Train Sim World 3? Yes, so pretty much most of the things we have gone over. Most of the things we have gone over now. It's just going on now. But yeah, what does that think? Do pop your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, that is Train Sim World 3. A bit of sort of what you need to know about the game. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Do subscribe if you do want to see more. Thanks to Dovetail Games for all of the information. Links can be found in the usual places, to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.